So we are running the house off the Magnasine inverter. The whole house. The whole house is only taking 9 amps at 47.6 volts right now. My battery bank is sitting lower on voltage because I haven't run them in months and months and months of actual use. I just keep charging them. When you do that, the first time you run them, they actually they run low on voltage for a while until you deplete them and then charge them again. Then they sit higher. The resting voltage will sit higher for a few weeks. So that's what we're seeing here. And I'm gonna call my wife that's inside and ask her to turn the dryer on. And the dryer takes a ton of power. We're gonna watch what happens with this 4400 watt pure sine wave inverter. Had some large surge though. Hey hon, can you turn the dryer on? Okay. Here we go. That's with the dryer on. That's about 5,700 watts, I believe. And can you turn the dryer back off on? Thank you. Bye. And that's the surge test, because obviously it says it can do 4400 continuous. That just did a peak of about 6,000 watts when the dryer motor started and everything. So it does do 6,000 surge for sure. I haven't tried any more than that, but as you can see, my batteries dipped in voltage. They all went to 12 volts, at least at the inverter. When I tested them when we were running this earlier, I ran it for longer. They went to 12.1 volts per row of 8. So that's all good. I'm going to continue running these down. I'm going to use up, I don't know, probably like 20 kilowatts out of them, and then I'm going to charge them. So that'll be bringing me down to like 75% or something like that. I'm not sure exactly, but I need to discharge them, and then, even though it's going to be nighttime and I won't be able to recharge these technically, I'm going to use my lithium batteries through my charger to charge it, because right now I don't have solar panels on these batteries yet. I have 4,000 watts coming. It's going to be hooked up to that 250 midnight solar, and we're just floating these batteries right now because they're only running well, they're only running my laptop really, actually. I like this new charge controller. I have it working on my Freedom SW 2000 watt wind turbine. It's doing pretty good. I have it set to a higher voltage than this. This is set to 67 volts on my battery bank. This is set to 66 volts. So that wind turbine should never free spin, because I'm always running something. So, and I barely ever make more than a couple hundred watts. So my house uses a minimum of the system of 300 watts continuous, so unless I make 300 watts continuously, it'll never free spin, and usually I run more. So I'm not too scared of having a dump load at the moment, not until I raise it higher and we're making quite a bit more power. So I'm not too worried about that at the moment. But yeah, everything's working good. House is still pulling what it's pulling. And we're just going to give these batteries a workout today. Thanks for watching. Alright, today we're testing the inverter capabilities of my new monster speaker with my homemade conversion with the inverter built in. It's 500 watts. And these plugs are live. And we are going to be running my computer. So now we have the speaker on. It's sitting at 12.4 volts, which shows fully charged. Here we're setting up for kilowatt hours count, so that'll give me how much energy I'm able to put out through the inverter. So I'm thinking about 0.4, 0.5 of a kilowatt is my guess. Anyways, until the next video. So we are taking 4,000 watts out of the reliable inverter. And on the Victron energy monitor it says we're taking 4,500. Actually taking, I believe that reads a little bit off. I gotta get my clamp meter, see if it's close or not. But I know for a fact that this inverter is not turning 500 watts into heat, because there's no way the little heat sinks inside that inverter would be able to keep up if it was turning 500 watts into heat. So I'm thinking it's more like 200 or 300 watts into heat. But yeah, we're making supper. Everything's working good. Look at that, the induction cooker turned down or something. Microwaving and induction cooking and running the rest of the house. Anyways, just giving you guys an update. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, and we're also using the speaker to run my computer. Anyways, see you later. So, we've been running off grid since yesterday. And we've run off grid all through the night. Come on, focus. I'm filming with my cell phone. It does not have a great focus like my other camera does. There we go. We got 3,600 watts coming in. We've already produced 8.3 kilowatts. It's, let's see, 12 o'clock, I believe. Everything's still running off the reliable electric inverter. It's doing really good. It's about 17 degrees in this room right now because I had a heater on. And the top of the inverter is just slightly warm. Everywhere else is cool, everywhere. So this thing's working really good. Batteries are holding up fantastic. Like, see, at midnight last night when I went to bed, the batteries were sitting at 62 volts. No, 61 volts. 61 volts. But yeah, everything's been just working so well. I'm very happy with the system. Even with this many watts coming in, 60 amps. All of my BMSs are, well, a couple of them actually are a touch warm. That one's a touch warm. This one's a touch warm. Touch warm. So, just ever so slightly are they actually a tiny bit warm. This one's actually the coolest because the aluminum heat sink is on the tin of the battery, which is cool. So, but it's still a little warm. Let's check these ones here, because this is a pretty big load. Got some stuff I'm going over. Yeah, it's just a touch warm. Yeah, it's, by touch warm I mean like a touch warmer than the environment in here. It's not actually warm at all. Anyways, thanks for watching. So I'm filming with my cell phone again. So if the focus is out a little bit, I'm sorry. But I got my Antrex C40, Schneider, whatever. I'm pretty sure they're the same brand. PWM for my wind turbine, because I'm not going to waste a $1,000 charge controller on a wind turbine that only produces a max that I've seen so far of 1.5 kilowatts in a day. So we're going to use a PWM and see what's going on. I had to clip, let's see if this will focus, because I have a 60 volt system and this only goes up to 60 volts max unless you clip this resistor here. It's in the instructions. Now, instead of going to 60 volts, this now goes to 68 volts, and I only need 66 volts. So, it's perfect. Works just fine. PWM goes up, nice custom voltage range. And now we are taking the midnight down. We're throwing this up because I got about, what did I say, 4,000 watts of solar panels coming in the near future. And there's going to be a nice video on that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Well, today we are making lots of power. 3600 watts, 55 amps going into the batteries. We're almost full, so I flipped the charger on this Magnasine wave inverter, and we are charging the batteries. 24 amps at 59 volts, 60 volts. What's going on here? Went up too high for a second. Let's see if we're in gel here, because we're supposed to be on gel. Charger setup. Gel, we are in gel, so that's okay. That's good. Went a little bit high for gel cells, but it looks like it's dropping right back down. Yeah, there you go. Just went up there for a second. Okay. Anyways, I'm just gonna float the gels, and then later today we're gonna do off-grid tests with the gels and the Magnasine wave, and see how that goes, because we know that this one can run my whole house no problem. We pulled up the 6500 watts. This one I don't think can do 6500 watts, at least for not very long, but we're gonna see. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video.